Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, buddy. We're live again. Your family, real quickly. I think I'm here for about 10 minutes though. If that. Don't even think about that. So, anyways, so the last little bit that we got through so far was realizing that Muhammad had an African wife, right? So far. I know I was going to show you African wives, but it looks like the Gremlins are out, and it's the curse of the Gremlins. They've taken over Titans TV, and they do not want this powerful, great information to come out into the psyche of human beings. And so they have conspired with the gods of the internet to shut us down. So I guess it's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a quick one. Um, Again, I was going to show you the other wives of the Prophet Muhammad. Two, three, another two or three more wives of the Prophet that were of African descent. But uh, yeah, uh, I don't really. You don't got the further or the zeal to continue. So hopefully that was enough for you guys. That was enough for you guys because we understood that the second wife of Muhammad, Sauda, was described as being a black woman. Her name literally means a black woman, and she is of Habashi ancestry, and she is also related to the she is the grandniece of the prophet's grandmother, great grandmother, and the prophet's great grandmother as well was of Habashi descent, and not just any Habashi descent. She was also of royalty. One would consider her to be a princess, um, as well, being the Najashi's sister. So very interesting, very very interesting stuff, right? Very interesting stuff. Of course, there is so much more. There is so much more we can go into, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. Okay. Um, but yeah, it was good. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I was gonna go into the other Ethiopian wife of the prophet, who was a very pivotal figure. Well, should I say her mother was a very pivotal figure. She was actually considered to be the greatest grandmother, or the greatest grandmother of all, with the noblest of descent. Okay, and she fathered loads of children by various different individuals, and yeah, very powerful stuff. Very, very, very powerful stuff. But alas, we may not be able to continue. It will actually tie in as well. It would actually tie in to Abbas and the Abbasids, and we can talk about the African ancestry of the Abbasid Empire and how the Abbasids, prided themselves on the color black and prided themselves of their African or black heritage and boasted about it. To be honest with you, a lot of this stuff is coming from what's his name? What's his name? Al Jahiz. Shouts out to Al Jahiz. That's another key pivotal figure inside of the whole African history, especially during the Arabic writings or the Islamic period or the 7th, 8th, 9th century. Very pivotal figure. Let me see if I can bring up one of his works. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Do I have anything on this particular? Yes, I do. Well done. It actually downloaded. I love. See Adobe Premiere. It is so sick. So, so sick, sick. So over here, yeah, Glory of the Black Race. Kitab Fakhr al-Sudan al-Bidan. So very powerful book right here. Al-Jahiz by Uthman Amir ibn Bar al-Jahiz. Very, very powerful individual. Like, for those of you guys who are Quranists, you don't need to go and research him and his teacher, okay? And for those of you guys who love, like how I love utilizing logic and critical thinking, go and research him and read some of his works. Like he's one of my favorite authors. One of my favorite authors. It is also stated about him that um, when Darwin came up with his, theory of evolution, they called it the Mohammedan theory, based upon Al Jahiz's writing that kind of speaks upon a form of evolution. Okay, not evolution to the greatest extent that we have it today, but a form of evolution as well. So, like, he's a very great individual, polymath, prolific authors, one of the greatest championed across the Abbasid Empire. But in there, he dropped some bangers, like some absolute bangers. Again, like me growing up, learning about Islam and stuff, like this is the type of sources that I had at my disposal. So, like, I have a different understanding of what it is to be an African in Islam, and a different understanding of Islam based upon certain sources or earlier sources that predate, your Bukharis and all of those individuals. Like these men them job bangers, fam. They job bangers. And again, I'm not saying this to promote Islam, and I'm not telling you to become Muslims, and I'm not even telling you to apostate or anything else. This is just knowledge. It's just information. Like, it's information. We can go into Greek work and Roman work and all different types of work, and I'll have the same zeal as this. But right now we're speaking about the Arabic and Islam and so forth, because most people, they love that information at this moment in time, and it's relevant. To be honest with you, 50% of Africa is Muslim, so like it's good. It's good to know this stuff, because a lot of black people, they're suffering from some form of inferiority complex, and they're suffering with colorism and all these things here. I'm like, oh, fam, like like how can you imagine, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. As Ali Muhammad said, this was a black power movement. Like, early Islam was a black power movement. They were very conscious of their skin complexion, very conscious of their identity as well. Um, but anyways, I'm not gonna say anything, because some people will fight certain things. I don't mind. I don't mind. But yeah, look. Let me just drop something here. Look. They said Abdul Muttalib fathered 10 lords, black as the night and magnificent. Imagine now. So Muhammad's grandfather, according to Al Jahiz, fathered 10 lords, black as the night and magnificent. So Abdul Muttalib, Muhammad's grandfather, fathered 10 lords. One of those lords, or one of those sons, was Abdullah, Muhammad's father, was supposedly black. Imagine that. Imagine that. From being a white prophet to having black African ancestry. But anyways, it's not my words. If you want to tell me something different, oh yeah, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying the works that I've read personally, okay, and I grew up reading. I'm just sharing them with you for some of people that may have never been exposed to these types of works. I don't really care if Muhammad was black, white, Asian, pink, or Chinese. I really personally, it doesn't impact upon my life. But for other people who may be inside of the Islamic paradigm, or who may need African history and pride themselves in that, and so forth, like, this may be massive to you. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe massive to you. But yeah, shouts out to Muhammad, and shouts out to his grandfather, and shouts out to his father. Okay. It also says here, okay, which was going to be very important yet again, but the show cut down. It says here, Abdullah ibn Abbas was blackest in magnificence. And so before I go into the end, okay, so remember, this is during the Abbasid Empire where Al Jahiz was writing this, okay? Abbasid Empire. And it's talking about the progenitor of the Abbasid Empire, i.e., Ab al Abbas, and his son, Abdullah ibn Abbas, is telling you that they were black. And as the caliph myself, I am co-signing this. In fact, my second in command has asked my second in command of the whole empire, okay, that spreads all the way from Spain to bloody China, all right, that vast east to west, okay, has now asked Al Jahiz to write about the glories of the black people, and write specifically about the Abbasids, i.e., the progenitor of Abbas, and tell us about the greatness of them. And he's saying, fam, they were black. No problem. No problem. Just let that sink into your head, right? Let that sink into your head. But it says Abdullah was the blackest in magnificence. Okay. Now Abdullah Ibn Abbas, his mother was called Fadl. Fadl is actually the sister, okay, of um, of a couple of Muhammad's wives, basically. All right, all right, and she was Habashi yet again. Okay, she was Habashi. So I was just gonna like, if we had time, I would have shown you the sources and we could have gone through it and so forth. But again, don't shoot me, right? I'm just bringing to you the sources. If you want to fight me and say no, Ibn Abbas, the greatest tafsir writer, the greatest scholar in all of Islam, right? If you want to fight me and say no, he wasn't black, no, he wasn't of Abyssinian ancestry and so forth, like cool, I don't care. Like fight the sources. When you got another source that combats that, then we can talk. All right. So so far we've just even discovered. I just realized we discovered that the actual person who author is a strong word. The person who compiled, composed, and edited and writ down the Quran that we know of today in the Uthmanic recension, Zayd ibn Thabit, was Muhammad's like great cousin. Anyways, like his grandmother or great grandmother was Muhammad's great grandmother. Imagine that. So the Abyssinian, like the whole Abyssinian link is just there, fam. Like the person who's the tafsir, like the scholar, ulama, like the scholar of the scholars, like Abdullah ibn Abbas, he himself was of Abyssinian descent. Like, who the F wasn't freaking Abyssinian or African? Fridge me. But anyways, let me just put this here so it can just do a number on certain people's hearts. Abdullah ibn Abbas was the blackest in magnificence. And then he also carries on to talk about, and the family of Abu Talib. Shouts out to the family of Abu Talib, i.e. Ali ibn Abi Talib, i.e. Akil ibn Abi Talib, i.e. Jafar ibn Abi Talib. And for most people don't even understand, like most of these families actually exist today and they exist in the Sudan. See, when you start going into the Sudan and Ethiopia and those regions there, and then you start listening to the oral history, that will blow your mind. When you start going into church history, and they'll tell you what they did to even establish the Abbasid Empire, oh, goodness gracious, I'm telling you, you will start looking at Islam in another light. You start looking at African history in another light. But for now, let's go back to sleep. Let's go back into the matrix and let's just say they were all white, pale Arabs. Alright? So I'm kind of going to, I want to end right there. I think I want to end right there. Because otherwise, I could be here all day dropping information. Let's quickly read what you guys are saying. Bring it out. Yo, I don't know you was back. Oh, come on, Raf. I'm here, baby. Man, Banksy's up in the building. Jeez, oh man. And Balm, what do you think about the theory that the narrative was bastardized since we have paintings there where it's drawn looking Asian or Mongol? Again, like you have to understand who painted those pictures, and it's like the pictures of Jesus. Like I'm telling you, you can go to China and you find a Chinese Jesus. Go to India, you'll find an Indian Jesus. Go to Europe, you find a European Jesus. Go to Africa. And when I say Africa, go to like Ethiopia and Egypt. You'll find, and even Syria, like Jerusalem and stuff, and even Russia. Actually, in certain places, you'll find an African black Jesus. It depends on the cultural context, like who's painting the pictures and for what purposes those paintings for. Like, if you're gonna idolize somebody and you want to preserve your culture, the best thing to do is paint those individuals in and after your likeness. Okay? That's simply what it is. But if we want to be factual and say, give an actual realistic lifelike portrait of what these people look like, then, of course they're not going to do that. Of course, they'll tell you it's haram to show any imagery of Muhammad. But at the same time, you will see loads of imagery of Muhammad, but they'll tell you not to do it as soon as you put up a black imagery. Funny that. They'll make videos of Muhammad having the palest, whitest of skin, and all of the Sahabas having the palest of whitest skins. They might blur his face, but it's like, what does it really tell you? Interesting that. Racism's still alive, they're just concealing it. But racism's still alive, and I can see straight through it. But yeah, let's see. Scholar, gang, 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 gang. Fifth Avenue, Phil, baby, we here. Abdullah, he says, no, let's just say for argument's sake, I agree. His father and grandfather is of black origins. If you ask any nomadic people, you might have both parents being black, but the offspring can be light skin or very light skin. This even happens in some animals again. What's your main point? If you want to do acrobatics and gymnastics, that's fine. Yeah, cool. And I'll tell you this: according to the reports, I personally would say the reports are saying that according to the reports, they say that Muhammad was brown skin, asmar, asmar. That's what they say he was. Okay, that's what they say. He was brown. Ali, on the other hand, I think he was Adam. I can't remember. Can't remember. Anyways, as I said, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? When it comes to color, like everybody's like blind. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? But if I tell you Bilal was white, I stuck for a lot. Bilal was a black Abyssinian slave, though. But who cares? Who cares? You know what? This is the same type of stuff that was going on during Muhammad's time, or sorry, the companions' time when they were talking about Jesus. Like some of them were saying, "No, Jesus was like black, brown skin," and then others were saying, "No, he was white, red skin," and so forth. And then they were like, "No, fam, like he was a black man still." Like the prophet said, let's not play around. Black power in this bitch. But anyways, it doesn't matter what color it was. But the companions, they cared about the color of Jesus, though. Just saying, innit? That's the color of Jesus. Isa ibn Maryam. So what's about the color of your prophet, like Muhammad himself? Like, no one don't care. Alright, cool. Say no, we don't care. But anyways, let's continue. Yeah. You're saying early Muslims were Ethiopians, but isn't it better to say that they're mixed? We could do that. We could do that. We could do that. But instead of saying that they were Afro Arabs, I'd rather just say that they were African. And the reason why I would rather say that they were African is to counteract the racism. What do I mean by that? Hear this now. Bilal. No one says he was an Afro Arab. No one say he was an Afro Arab. They'll tell you he was African or he was Ethiopian. But at the same time, his father, Rabah, was supposedly an Arab, and his mother, Hamama or Hama, was an Ethiopian. Some say Ethiopian princess. Okay. But they would never say that he was an Arab or he was an Afro Arab. They would just say he was an Abyssinian or an Ethiopian. Funny that. But now you're asking me to say that, why would you say that they're mixed? I could say that they were mixed, but I'd rather just say, no, they were straight African and Ethiopian, just like Omar. Just like Omar. His grandpappy was an Ethiopian. His grandmother was an Ethiopian. His dad was an Ethiopian. His mom was an of Ethiopian descent. But nobody says he was Ethiopian. He was an Arab. Racism's still alive. They just conceded it. But racism's still alive, and I can see straight through it. So in order to counteract racism, right? Let's just say no. He was an Ethiopian. They were Ethiopians. They were Africans. Let's just do that. And then maybe one day we can have a nice discussion and debate and open it up to see whether they were Afro-Arabs or were they just Africans or were they Arabs or whatever the case is. We can have that discussion. But for now, no. My niggas were niggas. My niggas were niggas. Oh, sugar. Man said get a PayPal. There's a PayPal, family. Like, there's no PayPal. The link is down below. The link is down below for everything. I think there should be a link for PayPal, Patreon, all sorts. But I haven't been on here for so long, so I don't know. I know there's super chat and stuff because we can see that, but allow Alam. Anything else, family? Because I need to go. I haven't actually even eaten any food. It's kind of late. I should have eaten by 8 o'clock. So, is there anything else that you guys would like to say? You've got a few more minutes of my time, A few more minutes of my time. What are you saying, family? What are you saying? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yes, racism still alive. My point is focus on the message and the color of a man's skin. But I do hear your concerns. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Now, again, as I said to my Christians out there, if you actually focus on the message of the Quran, 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 and you understood it in its historic context rather than the propaganda. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. Is it no? No. Back up a bit. Up, 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 down, down. Yeah. If you understood it in its proper context, rather than the madness that you hear, like maybe at Speaker's Corner and other places and propaganda and so forth, and you understood it from a Judeo-Christian perspective, like the message is strong, fam. The message is strong. I can't even deny it. The message is quite. It's good. It's good within inside of that geo-historical like paradigm. Like it's very good. Like it's open your eyes and read. And same if you're Muslim as well. Same if you're anybody. Like open it. Like it's literature. It's work. It's what the it's some of the greatness of human history and literature that the human mind and heart has been able to produce. Like read it. It's good stuff. Listen to the message. Powerful. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're asking me if I took my shahada. Oh yeah, I am the one that gives shahadas. I do not receive, meaning I'm not the one who now proclaims shahada. Oh yeah, it is all of you guys who should be bearing witness to the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shining through my skin. Are you mean if I took shahada? What wrong? We don't know. Haven't I explained what shahada is to you guys? Hmm? Hmm? Real boy. Real boy. Remember, I'm the man, you know. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yeah. Certain people don't even know about the sacred coding within inside of the Shahada itself. La ilaha illallah. They don't even know about that yet, fam. How can I go to a next man, yeah, to give Shahada like they're in authority over me when I should be educating them about what the word Shahada, what the Shahada actually is and how they've corrupted it and changed it. Oh yeah. Certain people don't even know about the secret coding of the number 19th inside of the Shahada, let alone. Oh yeah. Come on, family. You know I'm the man with this, isn't it? You know I'm the man with this. Anyways, let me stop tooting my own horn. Let me stop tooting my own horn. One of these days, innit, you can get into the supreme mathematics of the Quran. But until then, we digress, we digress, oh. We digress, we digress. We digress. We digress. What's good? Have you heard of the... Nope, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, I wonder, can I? No, I'm going actually. I was going to try that Hangouts thing again, but I'm actually going. Yeah. Hopefully, Gabs, like, I need to holler at Gabs, see where he's at. And I might try Hangouts later on, maybe after 10. Oh, yeah, do I even have time? What is the time now? 9:20. Ha, self. Yeah, maybe tomorrow, Abby. Maybe tomorrow. Ah, yeah. Hey, listen, I've been watching I think a few months ago I saw Charlize doing his thing still. Yeah, videos looking on point. Shouts out to Charlize. Discord link. You know what? Again, I'm gonna sort out the Discord again very soon. Have some of you guys to kind of manage and control it because I don't have the ability to. Hangout works. Yeah, Hangout works, but listen, I'm a novice again. I'm a novice. So yeah, family. Actually, let me know what would you like to see next on Titans TV. What would you like to see next on Titans TV? Let me know. Let me know. So again, we're gonna have some talk of the Titans, which we've discussed. We're gonna have some of those. That's gonna be like later on. We're gonna be just still working out the kinks of these shows. If I can't work out Hangouts yet, yeah, we can't even get the talk of the Titans shows. But we're gonna have the discussions and debate shows coming up next. All right, discussion and debates. So hopefully, when Gabs comes on, okay, we're gonna have a nice presentation he's going to give. It's to do with Christianity. That's going to be really good. And afterwards, we're going to open up the hangouts where we can have a discussion and then hopefully debate certain things if it comes to that. So, discussion and debate shows, those are going to be coming very, very soon. Like, we're going to kick it off with Gab's presentation, discussion, debate. Boom, bang. Can't wait for that. And of course, you're always going to get me doing these Calamel shows of just pure scholar. Gang, 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 gang stuff. Listen, yeah, history of early Christianity in Africa. I can't wait. I can't wait for that, you know. Huh. You see how I am sick with Islam, yeah? Most people don't know, yeah. When it comes to Judeo Christianity, clock the word I said Judeo Christianity, not just Christianity, Judeo Christianity. I'm a beast. I'm an absolute beast with it. Huh. Do you know how many church fathers I read? I've read, should I say? Do you know how many church history books I've read? Huh. Ay, ay, ay. I think it even outnumbers how much I've actually read on Islam. And you know my library on Islam is just extensive. Oy, oy, oy. The only thing that is better than my knowledge on Christianity, Judeo Christianity, and Islam and African history is Kemet. Oh, oh, oh. When we start jumping on the Kemetic stuff, as I said, yeah, with the church history, yeah, it's so sick. It is so sick. Because when we start jumping in what was going on during the whole Islamic period and what the church, or should I say, the Africans who were Christians were doing, oh, mm. If you think these shows have been fire, you just wait till we get onto the Christianity side of things. Just wait, just wait. Stuff that Christians don't even know about. And again, we're talking about Judeo Christianity. We're talking about the African Jews in Egypt, right? And what they were teaching. Oh my God. Oh my God. And the African Judeo Christians and what they were teaching. Oh my God. 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 Let me know even. 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 Most people don't know this stuff, you know. You see, when I say I'm comedic, yeah, I was talking about this the other day actually to my brother in Dexter. Salute to him. Like what most people don't understand, yeah, there is various different periods of comedic history. Most people, more people don't actually go into pre-dynastic or into Nubian or even into Old Egyptian. We tend to stick into Middle Egyptian because Middle Egyptian is like kind of what we learn in terms of like grammar, writing, and understanding and reading the hieroglyphs, right? But when you even like, there's so much because then there's the late period, the Demotic period. Then you got the Greco-Roman period. Then you got the Roman Byzantium period. Then you got like there is so much like, and I make sure I go through the whole line. There is so much. Oh. Anyways, let me stop. Let me stop because this is just, you know, when you get turned on by knowledge. Anyways, what's good? I talk about the suppression of Mary Magdalene replaced with Martha. Jeez, you lot going in, yeah. I don't know memories. Trust me. Go on. Drill for Igbo evening. Salute, salute. Trust me. Curiosity is one hell of a drug. It is, you know. It is. To be honest with you, yeah, like when you get a good book and then you start having DNA explosions, it's like, why would anybody take any other drug than this? Like, there's no need. There's no need. If you could pick up a good book, okay, maybe meditation as well, but if you could pick up a good book, yeah, you can get a different high of a book than you can get on any form of drug out there. I tell you that for true. Anyways, speakers corner. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If it begins to improve, then I'll go. If there is a need for me to be there, then I'll go. But currently, there doesn't seem to be a need for me. You dig? There don't need to be a need. There's no need for me. But when there is a need, the universe shall make the king appear. All right. So glad you are producing content again, mate. Speakers Corner has been a shit show lately. I know. I know. But I can't wait for us to have these discussions where everybody can jump on and we can start talking with each other instead of me just talking into the camera. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. But anyways, let me actually go because it's running late. I've got things to do. And yeah, let's see. So the next show, I might should I do the Abyssinian? I might just touch on it like a quick 20-minute show, and talk about the African Empire, the African empires of Islam, like the Abbasid Empire. I might do a quick show on that. I could do so much more, but I ain't got time to be honest with you. I will do that, and then we'll start working out the Christianity, Judeo-Christianity side after that. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyways, family tree, peace and love, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh man, young Cali, baby.